You've already sent us over 500 videos of insane crashes captured in video games. And the videos in each episode just get crazier and crazier. Buckle up! This emitter was driving around the city in BeamNG Drive and captured a few car accidents. You can see he has a pretty cool setup. The submitter said, "Thought you might enjoy this project I worked on in college." He learned the details of his car's computer bus, then reverse engineered the signals being sent to the instrument cluster. He then designed a custom circuit board and wrote some software so BeamNG can stream data to a real instrument cluster as he plays. This gives him a much more immersive driving experience since he has real gauges in front of him. He says it almost tricks his brain into thinking he's driving a real car. Awesome job, Gabe. Thanks for sharing this with us. The car he used as a reference for this project was in clip number 9 of Wham Baam Dashcam episode 4, a 2010 Hyundai Elantra. Gabe still drives that car, now out in Colorado Springs. This emitter had just started recording his drive when, all of a sudden, he spotted a mail truck going the wrong way. We can see him flashing his headlights and honking his horn. Unfortunately, there were no cops around at the time, and the submitter says they see this kind of thing all the time. This emitter was cruising with his friend when a car in front of them suddenly flipped over. His friend didn't have any time to avoid the flipped vehicle, so he ended up crashing into it. This emitter was driving his Tesla Model S when all of a sudden a Honda driver in front of him swerved into his lane while trying to turn right. He ended up rear-ending the Honda before getting sideswiped by a Cadillac driver who was trying to avoid him. To wrap up this clip, a Ford Explorer cut off the Porsche. Wow, this clip was pure mayhem. Samuel sent us 3 clips, so prepare for some crazy action. He was heading home when someone crashed into him. He contacted the police and they found the other driver 100% at fault. In his next clip, he was the one found to be at fault. He crashed into another car, lost control, and spun out into the barriers. He had to pay $3,500 to repair his car. In his last clip, he lost control and crashed into barriers again. Looks like he's got a habit of swerving in traffic. Thanks for the submission, Samuel. This emitter had just finished charging his Tesla Model S when he spotted an Audi R8 lose control and smash into a streetlight. This emitter took a sip of water while making a turn and accidentally dinged the barrier and flipped over. Shout out to Yanni from our Discord server. This emitter was driving his massive off-road truck on the streets of West Coast, USA. That's when he got the idea to attempt a massive jump, but he didn't notice the traffic in the way. He only noticed them once he was already in the air, and by then, there was no way he could avoid them on the way down. Oopsie. The same submitter also sent us this recording of a police chase. He was chasing a Tesla Model X. The repair bill came out to $125,000 US due to the Tesla needing major repairs. His car also needed a fair amount of fixing, which makes sense. This submitter went so far as to add titles that match our style.
Josh was driving on the highway in Greenville. When he stopped at a red light, a red SUV rear-ended him at full speed. Josh's Tesla was totaled. That wraps up the first episode of Wham Baam Dashcam. See you guys later.
This submitter sent us a great recording of an in-game autopilot reaction. It's so cool to see this feature in a video game. This submitter's car was severely T-boned. According to him, the repairs cost 17,000 Robux. This submitter sent us a clip of a driver getting stuck on a train track. Unfortunately, the train wasn't able to stop in time and the car was obliterated. This submitter admits he was on his phone when this happened. Traffic had slowed down ahead, but he didn't notice because he was busy sending a really important text. He rear-ended a Cadillac. The cost of repairs was $7,000 US. Okay, we know this is just a game, but this is why you don't text and drive, people. This submitter was driving his Tesla Model S when all of a sudden he just rolled over. Hey, maybe you need to go a little gentler on the juice pedal next time. He wanted to give a shout out to himself, Ben Rodriguez. This submitter was driving his Tesla Model S when he noticed a vehicle parked on the road. A second later, someone jumped out in front of his car, but the submitter didn't have a chance to stop and crashed into him. He wanted us to tell all our viewers to subscribe to Wham Baam Gamercam. I couldn't have said it better myself. Do you have a crazy clip from a driving game you want to share? Send it to us using the link in the description below.